It's Dave Johal once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by Birmingham and London's finest, one of the
Yeah,
finest, Simon Ibekwe. How are you, mate? Long
I'm
time.
all good. All good. Yeah, long time. I think it was last time I saw you was 4th May after my third fight. So yeah, long time. Time. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, good, good. I mean, you're back in action again at the East Side Rooms again in Birmingham. This time on the 5th
Yeah,
of October. We've just spoke off camera to say that you're going to be facing
yeah,
Dangerman in the journeyman category, Phil Williams. How did the fight
yeah,
come about?
yeah.
And is I take it this ain't going to be your only fight for the year. There's probably going to be another one before the year closes out. No?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you get all that? I take it. Um,
It kind of froze a bit. It froze a bit,
okay,
but
let me just ask you that one again. So you're going to be fighting Phil
yeah,
Williams, who is a dangerman in the journeyman category, if there is such a thing. Was
yeah,
it someone that you wanted to select in terms of to make a statement? Because let's be honest, Phil hardly he gets stopped. He hardly gets stopped, doesn't he? He's quite a danger
yeah,
in the journeyman category.
yeah, yeah. Pretty much. I think pretty much all the prospects have had a fight with him. So they've all shared a ring with him. And to be honest, I was meant to be my second fight, but I think he had some sort of things happening behind the scenes. So that couldn't happen. Then so I got Jake Darnell, which was another journeyman as well, or quite a known journeyman. So yeah, so pretty much everyone's had a crack at him, and this is my goal at him as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, but pretty much I'm looking to obviously do what others wasn't able to do. Because obviously, as you said, he's quite an experienced guy. So yeah, we're not taking no chances, and we're obviously training hard. So
No, good stuff. I mean, you're in good hands with Anthony Manning as well,
yeah,
uh,
of course.
in the gym over there, and we're looking
Yeah,
forward to a great show as well, probably with Amir Abu Baker on the card as well, and
yeah, exactly. He's getting on as well. Yeah,
yeah, the household names in there. I mean, for
yeah,
people that have been following you, Simon, I mean, it's there's been no secret about it. You've been helping former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, prepare for what is considered a mega fight against Daniel
yeah.
Dubois
Huge
on
fight. Yeah, yeah,
huge on the 21st of September. I
yeah,
mean, you've trained with absolutely everyone, if I'm being honest. And
yeah, yeah,
what happened with Anthony selecting you for this? Because normally he also selects people like Solomon Dakers as well. And
yeah, yeah,
you sparred and spent time with Anthony as well. Did you get the phone
yeah.
call? How did it work out?
Yeah, they pretty much contacted my manager because the last person I fought, Darren Seeley, he's been quite around. I think he sparred AJ for the Ngannou fight. He sparred Ngannou himself. He sparred Fury. He's been quite known. So obviously the fact that and especially boxing is a small world as well. So I fought him, and I don't know, my name just got around. So they contacted my manager. Then they wanted to get me in for sparring, and yeah, initially it was set for 2 weeks, then it got longer, it got pushed longer as well. So yeah, so pretty much I think it was obviously my first time seeing him as well. So just the whole experience itself was quite a good experience. And as you said, obviously he's a world class operator as well. And pretty much coming off, I think this is just everyone saying like just the word on the circuit, this is the best AJ we're seeing. And it's quite a blessing to see it like first hand in sight because obviously I've seen him on TV and stuff. I've seen like him fight these big mega fights and everything, but seeing him just off the back of the Ngannou win and obviously the Otto Wallin, it's like a new fighter. And just sharing in the ring with him. And I would say like just the fact of obviously just being in the ring with him, there's so much things that I picked off.
Mm.
And just my own perception, just like prior to obviously getting in the ring with him, was completely wrong to what actually how it was. Like it was just like a chess game. Like it was a chess game. And obviously everyone knows he's a puncher and everything. And I think just the fact that obviously just Ben being there and everything, and just seeing the tweaks and everything, and seeing it firsthand was quite experienced. So yeah,
Yeah, because I mean that's what I was going to ask you next. It's not just a case of sparring with AJ. You're also in company with Ben Davison as well. So,
yeah,
you've got all that experience with Anthony Manning. You've got AJ. You've got
yeah,
something's going to rub off, isn't it, Simon? To be fair.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, and Ben, because sometimes with boxing and trainers, everyone just have their own ethos and everything, and sometimes some people might not be sharing their own gems and sharing their own things, but he's very approachable, and the fact that obviously just sharing the ring with Joshua and everything, and I think that obviously he noticed that some people, obviously, like me myself, I'm still a student to the game, and the fact that I'm obviously asking them questions and different things, and even just seeing AJ shadowboxing and stuff, and just seeing things and asking him questions, and he'll give me answers, which is good. And it's very contagious being around that sort of environment. It's very good.
No, that's brilliant. I mean, how prepared is he for this fight with Triple D? Because it's a huge fight, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
you've shared that ring experience with him now. How laser
yeah,
focused is he? Because the word on the street is he is looking for, a KO in there, the way he's going.
yeah, yeah. There's one interview that Ben did a couple of weeks ago. I think it was even before I even joined the camp. There's an interview where Ben said how I think Daniel's strengths and his weaknesses could play into AJ's hands, and he said something where I think that it could be the opportunity to see a disruptive performance from AJ, and because obviously people just talk and words and actions are very different, but just being involved in the camp and everything, I can see why he will say that. I can definitely see why he would say that because and he mentioned as well there's I think there's very small error when you're in the ring with AJ, and obviously when you make that error, he can capitalize off it. And yeah, I think that as I said, there's talking and there's actually doing it, and actually hearing it and seeing what he is doing like behind closed doors is yeah. I can agree with that statement that Ben made.
No, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out on September the 21st.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at yourself though, in terms of your career, after October the 5th, do you think you can fit one more in before Christmas? And is that the plan?
Yeah,
Or is it a case of rest or?
potentially it's looking like December. It's looking like December. So God's grace by then I'll be 5-0. So see this one October get this out of the way, then hopefully December. So yeah, working towards that, and hopefully then by the end of the year 5-0.
No, good stuff. I've got to ask as well. I mean, you, in the daytime as your day job, you're also a supply teacher as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
am. I am. So
how do you manage both? Because that's extraordinary doing both and being a full-time boss.
yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much my background. So obviously now, obviously I've cut down loads of hours. So obviously pretty much I'm just training most of the days. So yeah, work like 2 days, sometimes 2 days, one day a week. And I feel like the students or the young adults I work with, they love it because obviously I'm boxing and everything. So they might just say, "Oh yeah, let's fight and everything." But so it's our own way of obviously having our own connection and everything. But yeah, it's just juggling, and I feel like just sharing my own experiences and stuff, and even like being involved in the camp with Joshua and sharing it with like people like so to say normal people and stuff. It's quite a good thing as well because sometimes some people might look at things and think it's far fetched, but when they're obviously just seeing me where I'm relatable and it can actually ask me questions and talk to me, which is good for obviously their behalf.
Yeah, because I was going to say your students must get aghast, right? Saying, "Look, teachers, Anthony Joshua rubbing shoulders and
Yeah,
trading blows." You've
yeah,
got a few more fans like that, aren't you, Simon, as well?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I try not to like because sometimes they'll just get caught up in the whole loop with just asking me boxing questions, question after question after question. But obviously at the same time, I can't. I'm not just a boxing teacher. I have to actually do my job as well. So, but yeah, no, it's good. It's good for them, and obviously I've always had passion for obviously inspiring the next generation and everything, which is good. So, yeah,
No, good stuff. I mean, one of your stable mates, Amir Abu made his DAZN debut not so long ago as well.
yes,
You're on the cusp of doing something very similar as well. Is
yeah.
word getting around about yourself unbeaten heavyweight in the UK? Have you got any sort of offers to spar overseas or anything as well with Anthony? Or
There's been a few things like I've made a few obviously networks and everything and a few things, but yeah, I don't want to say too much because obviously things might not happen or things might
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
another plan. But yeah, there's been a few things, but pretty much I'm just focusing on the task at hand, and after then anything that we can discuss that after. But pretty much my full focus at the moment is October the 5th.
No,
So after that, then things will start to hopefully open doors and different things, different avenues.
no, makes sense. I was just going to ask you as
Yeah,
well. Look, Tyson Fury's going to apparently rematch, and I say apparently, I mean we haven't seen the official date yet with Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
The similar sort of outcome, or do you think Tyson Fury can avenge the loss? Shall we just say? How do you see that one playing out?
I think as heavyweights, or Usyk is a heavyweight now, I think sometimes fight or most times it can be unpredictable. So everyone always has a shot, then the whole thing changes. Like even the first fight, I've always been a Usyk fan, but I was Tyson Fury fan as well. But I like both of them, but I like Usyk a bit more. So just the fact that I think it was going a bit one sided, then Usyk just switched, and then it changed. But if I'm looking at the predictions, I think I see it being the same outcome. I see it being the same outcome solely because the fact that me personally, I think the Fury versus Wilder, the three fights, I think it kind of changed both of them. I think it
Yeah.
took a bit out of both of them because it was three very like generational fights. So it's one of them fights that obviously we'll look back on. But I think after them three fights, yeah, I don't know. I feel like things have changed. Maybe psychological thing, or I don't know, but yeah, so I see it being a Usyk win again. Could be stoppage, it could be distance, but I'm edging more towards the Usyk.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch. I've got to ask your opinion as well. I mean, I've mentioned his name earlier on today. Don't worry, I don't want to, I'm not asking you to call anyone out or anything, but
Yeah,
Solomon Dakers, Birmingham, English heavyweight champ at the minute. Uh,
yeah,
you're potentially going to be 5-0. I think it's going to be coming to a place where you guys might even fight, right? I mean, 5-0, he's not had like many more fights than you, should we just say, but the experience
yeah,
is around there or thereabouts, both unbeaten. Is that
yeah.
the trajectory you're looking at, if we're being honest, that sort of level first?
To be honest, I see him kind of pushing on. If I'm honest, I see him pushing on, and me and Solomon, we've shared so many rounds. Like literally, I think even as an amateur, I was sparring him and everything. So yeah, but to be honest, I think with obviously boxing, sometimes you could just be sparring people next thing you know you're in the ring with them. So I can't write it off, but I'm not really looking at Solomon as something so at the moment anyway, because obviously I know he's slightly further in his career than me, but anything can happen. I think anything can happen, but I welcome anything, especially with the way I'm going at the moment. I'm just keep ticking up boxes, and if the right fight or the right opportunity makes sense, then definitely, then there's no name to it. I'll just go.
That's absolutely brilliant. I've just got to
Yeah,
get your final prediction then for AJ versus Dubois, because we're collecting them in this week and next week.
yeah,
How do you see
yeah,
that one going down? Obviously, you're not going to be biased.
yeah. Of course not, of course not. I think obviously with boxing, as I said before, heavyweights, it could just be one shot, and obviously everyone knows, and there's no secret to Daniel's recent successes. Like I name Miller and versus Hergovich. Obviously, people gave loads of criticism with the amount of backhands and everything. I think the normal thing would say if AJ gives him the same backhand, he's not going to see obviously the distance. But I think obviously as heavyweights, as I said, it's one shot. But I just think personally that AJ's too smart. AJ's too smart, and he's just seeing it. I think he's more able to adapt. His adaptability is really, I feel like, is underestimated. So I'm heading towards AJ, and I don't see it personally. I don't see it go past 6 or 7.
Well,
Me personally.
there you go, guys. You've heard it here from
Yeah.
Simon Ibekwe. Simon, just very finally, where can people follow you and your journey? I know we've mentioned it, but every time we
Yeah,
like to refresh people's memories again, mate.
yeah. Instagram Simon_Ibekwe IBEKWE, and Facebook as well Simon Ibekwe with no underscore, and YouTube is coming out soon. It's in the works, and it's pretty much it. Yeah, but mainly where you get all the information is Facebook and Instagram.
Good stuff. And I'm right in thinking people can still buy tickets for October the 5th, Eastside Rooms in Birmingham. Are they okay to contact yourself?
Yeah,
Yep, the tickets are still available, guys, for that one.
yeah.
Good.
Tickets are still available.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Simon, all the best, mate, from Punch Out Boxing. We'll
Yeah,
definitely come and see you in person.
yeah,
And yeah, good luck for October the 5th. We'll
yeah.
try and be there.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks, Dev.